Hello, hello. Mic
Hi.
check. Oh, are we live? Are we on a? Oh yeah, we're on a new stream. Did we? Are we? Hold on. What's everyone seeing? Are we live? Tristan, what's it looking like on your end? Mine says live stream has ended. Is anyone else seeing that?
No, it's live.
Ayan. Okay, okay. Sorry about that. We're live. We're live. Hello, hello. What's going on, everyone?
Hey, can we talk now?
Yeah,
Hey!
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, and then
Mhm.
we'll do an awkward thing where we pretend you guys aren't there and then we introduce you. But yeah, we can. We're just warming things up for now. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Hi. Thanks for having us.
Yeah!
All
Welcome
right,
to our Kumu stage. So that's
let's
how
Ooh.
we're easy.
let's get these viewer numbers up. So I'm gonna go ahead and share this live. Please do so as
I
well, or tell
just
your
did.
people. I'm screenshotting this.
Ayan na. Welcome na tayo ni Kyla.
Hi.
Yay! Hey,
Yeah.
Kyla. Yeah,
Hi.
if anyone sees anybody in the
Yeah, we got a
audience,
heart from, sorry, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, Zaira De Vera.
ooh,
Sierra.
that's
Ziera.
Oh yeah.
oh
Yeah.
yes,
that's
Yeah.
Francis's
yeah.
muse. That's
There
that's
you go.
the that's the musical director's muse.
Oh,
Put in the muse and
ooh,
musical director.
it's
Commander.
very Greek.
The boss.
Yeah.
You need to
Ah,
make some
may
offerings to the
bantay. Yeah.
gods.
So, Francis, i-chat mo na lang kami if may mga parts na.
Okay, I am. Oh, I tried to show the live. Sorry, my phone's being a little slow. There we go. And now I see everybody. Hello, hello. We'll get the show started in a bit. I'm also gonna share our screenshot on Instagram.
Uy, pwede yun. Tag mo
I
na lang
just
ako.
screenshot this and then I just manually tagging you guys now.
And then we'll repost it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Almost.
Oh, thanks for the hearts, everyone. We're getting good hearts.
You know what they say though. You know what's a girl's best friend?
Ano, joke.
Here you go.
Okay, here we go. Okay, I just posted. All right, we'll get this show started in a couple of minutes. Make sure to get comfortable.
Yeah, and Paui mentioned us in the story.
Yeah, I just saw
There
it.
you go.
I'm gonna repost it right now.
We are so tech savvy.
Di ba? Parang dati lang tayo nagpapaturo how to use this thing, but now,
Yeah. We're getting the hang of it. We're getting there, people. Ah, thanks for the welcome, Din San
and it took
Diego.
us, ano ba, ilang episodes for us to get the hang of this.
Hey, how
It's,
many episodes have you done?
right.
How
Ooh,
many
that's a
have we
good
done,
question.
Paui?
Well, we've been on Kumu since March, right, Tristan? So we've been
Yeah.
on Kumu since March, but we've been doing the Inside the Industry podcast for over a year now. So what everyone out here right now watching live, what you're experiencing is the equivalent of being in the studio with us. Now, like if had this been pre pandemic and had Kumu not been what it is now, we would have just invited you
Mm,
to where Tristan is
yeah.
present the office right now. There you go.
And I'm sure si
Here's the
Mike and
Rappler office.
Francis are familiar with this.
Oh.
Yeah, we miss. Yeah, the band's been there. So yeah, but this is just as great because those tuning in right now, for especially anyone wanting to ask any of our guests questions, please send them via the chat, and we can include them in our interview. So we'll get this started in a bit. Make sure to keep sharing that link, everyone. Thank
Oh,
you.
hi, Din. Si Den is a former teammate, Tawi. Hindi mo naabutan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Aiden.
What
Talent
up,
rin
what up?
namin. Talent rin namin for shoots.
For what?
Sumaside. So, for shoots, minsan siya yung
Yeah.
talent namin.
Ooh. Next guest. That's our next guest, everyone.
Who's there?
That's actually happened. We had one podcast where someone like commented, and I was like, oh, I know that name, and they're like, oh yeah, that's Christopher Starr. He's from the startup. That's our friend. I was like, oh, I know him too, and I was like, oh, we should get him for the next episode. So that's what we did.
You
So
do it very organically. It's very
So if you
organic.
want to be a guest,
yeah,
just
yeah.
a comment section.
If you want to be a guest, chat, send
Galing, ah.
announce yourself in the chat, but also be awesome, which I'm sure you are. But announce your awesomeness. Yes.
Mike. Mike is definitely
Thanks.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Let's see. It's 8:23. So I guess we can get started. Is everyone cool with that? We can get started on the,
Sure.
you know, a more formal flow. We'll do
Yes.
our little intro for everyone watching. All right, I'm gonna get this started. You're streaming Rappler on Kumu. This is Hustle Inside the Industry, where we talk to professionals and find out how they got here, why they're doing what they do, and what it takes to do it. Welcome, community, to the live recording of our special episode celebrating Fête de la Musique, which is this weekend. Can you believe it? I didn't know until I saw your. Actually, the first poster I saw, I think, was yours, Kate. I was like, oh my gosh, I would be where Tristan is. Oh well, no, you're not at your place in
Office? No.
Publishon.
Publishon,
I
yeah.
would be in Publishon, just hop in the bars,
Yeah.
catching you guys show. But Fête de la Musique is doing something very interesting this year. So again, it runs this weekend from June 18 to 21. But with the hashtag Fête from my island, the whole concept is you can now experience all of this beautiful music from the comfort of your own home. So as you can see, we're all sitting in our comfort spots. I think Mike Luis is most comfortable in the car.
The car.
But
This
that's
ring
the
light.
beauty of.
Ganda pa rin ng ilaw eh.
Uh, he's got a ring light. He's got a ring light, everyone. So anyway, and yeah, Tristan, you
Yeah.
want to tell them about our podcast?
Yeah, so anyway, again, Fat, it's coming this week. But if you like this episode and want to play it back, want to listen back to what we've been saying, just follow Hustle Inside the Industry on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. So again, that's Hustle Inside the Industry. So this specific episode, it comes out on Monday, June 21. Again, that's Monday, June 21. So we've got a lot of faces with us today. So how about we do some intros? So let me start. So as always, I'm Tristan.
And I'm Powie, and we're from Rappler's Hustle team. Joining us today, we have two headline acts for Fête de la Musique this weekend, specifically hailing from the Visayas stage. Ooh, regional. We have singer-songwriter Kate Torralba, as
Yes.
well as Mike Luis and Francis De Vera from OPM band Brass Pass 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 Pass.
Yan,
Welcome,
tama.
Kate, and Brass Pass 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 Pass. What up,
Yeah.
everybody?
Good evening.
Hey
Thanks for
guys,
having
welcome
us.
to the show.
Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. So before we start things, before we go deep into the interview, can you tell us how people will get to catch Fête del Musique this weekend? Kasi dati, as Pawi said, I'm from Poblacion. So before, if it's Fête, you know it. Kasi our streets are literally
Everywhere, you just
very
go
festive.
outside.
Yeah, diba? So
That's
like, how can people catch Fête this week?
Okay, Francis can answer this one.
Si Kate mo na.
Ako ba? Ikaw.
Ikaw.
Do the honors, Francis.
Wait, wala pa yung title sa akin eh. Wala pa yung RJ ko. Wait.
Anyway, the show will also be on Kumu, actually, right? This is, honestly, guys, my guesting right now is my first Kumu guesting. And my first Kumu gig will be Fête de la Musique. So I believe you follow at Fête, what was it? At Fête de la Musique PH on Kumu.
Awesome. Yeah.
And then
Nice.
everybody can watch there. Yeah.
Great. Well, Kate, it sounds like you're a regular now. It's two Kumu streams in 1 week. Baptism by
Ano?
Yeah.
fire, right?
Yeah,
Right?
attending
Dabbling.
gigs.
Dabbling.
Yeah. And by the way, what you might be what you might know about Kumu is that it has diamonds. So for everyone who wants to welcome Kate onto the platform, please send those diamonds. Please show your love for Kate as well as Brass Pass 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 Pass.
Woo! Please send me
Yeah.
some love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
send us those diamonds. So let's go down to another to you as musicians. So can you tell us like a little bit about yourselves? Like what kind of music do you do? So who wants to start? Kate, Mike,
Uh,
Francis.
okay,
Let's
Who
let's
let's
wants to
go
start
with
start?
with
Kate first. So
Kate,
Kate,
me.
you wanna-
and just to
Again.
be clear, Kate Torralba, that's one act. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes, that's I am
yeah.
a solo
Ladies first.
performer. Yeah. So wait, what was the question again?
What kind of music do you do? Like, give us just a bit of background on
yeah.
what do you
And
do.
how
Yeah,
how are your performances? Like, what do you
yeah,
play and such?
Okay, so I think people would know me like in the Philippines. People know me more as a fashion designer. I used to be a fashion designer, but before that, I was actually a classically trained pianist, and so yeah, I figured out by the time I was a teenager that well, I don't have to play I don't have to play the piano just playing Bach or Beethoven or Chopin. I can actually write my own music. So there. So I play all original music, and I'm a composer. Have you heard of a lady named Tori Amos? I don't know if you've heard of her,
yes,
or
Mm.
Sarah Bareilles, or who
Ah,
else?
okay, okay,
Yeah, so
okay.
it's a pianist, singer, songwriter lady
Love it.
who talks a lot in between songs. And yeah, my songs are autobiographical, and I talk about my life through songs. So
Awesome.
that's what I do.
We'll dig more into that. How about you guys? Breast pass pass pass. You can introduce yourselves individually. So maybe talk about what kind of music the band plays, how your performance are, how big is the band, and
yeah.
then
What's your role
what
in
you
the
do
band?
in the band. Yeah.
Si Mike muna.
Okay, Mike.
Hey,
Go,
Mike.
Mike.
Okay. Okay. I'm Mike Luis. I'm the vocalist singer
Sorry, Mike. Can
of
you?
Brass
Can you?
Pass
I think
Pass
you're
Pass Pass.
Mike.
Oh,
Mike. I think your mic
wait.
is a little
Yeah.
covered when you're leaned over with that. Yeah.
Oh,
Mike,
okay.
nakadito daw, Pawi.
Is it
Yeah.
clear now?
Yeah. All right. That's better. Just don't put your
Yeah.
hand over it or
Can you
anything.
hear me?
Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Go ahead.
All
Yes,
right.
great.
Yeah. I'm Mike. I'm the singer vocalist of the band Brass Pass 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 Pass. Um, our musical director is right there, Francis De Vera, and he plays the bass. And he writes
Nice.
all the notes for the horn section because we have a lot of horns. We write the songs. Francis writes the songs. I write the songs. Wendell and Kakoy, they write songs too. Um, we write songs about our band, our things in our ordinary life. So masayang banda kasi ang dami namin. So
Nice. How
Yeah, we
many?
had
How many
you.
are
yeah.
you guys?
10, sometimes
Gosh, we get
11. Yeah.
Big
It's like
band.
a
yeah.
mini big band.
Love
Mas
it.
Yeah,
marami
I
sa
love
BTS yun
Big.
Mas marami sa BTS, so mas powerful.
Oo. Mas pogi kami
Diba they
doon.
had those?
Uh,
Didn't they
Hindi
have those
tama.
like mega K-pop groups? Na I don't know 20 sila or whatever. Um, awesome. Okay.
NCT, ganun ang NCT.
Did you want to add anything on top of that, Francis? Was that a good? Oh, what about like what kind of sounds do you bring? So that our
Uh,
audience knows.
Sige, later ipopromote ko yung Spotify namin. Pero
Oh, okay.
it's
late.
basically OPM. No?
Mm,
We were inspired by the 70s OPM, ng mga Apo
I
Hiking,
read
Rico J. Puno, everything, Hotdog,
VST, di ba?
VST, gano'n. So, pretty much parang modern OPM yung music namin.
mm,
Parang paying homage to them. Okay?
great.
So, yung mga music namin is about something chili garlic buttered shrimp, ganun yung mga title.
I saw that one.
Milk
Yeah.
Friend,
Parang
ganun.
gutom tuloy ah.
So, mga ganun.
Is meron bang VG na ganun? Guys, can you send us a chili garlic butter
Garlic
shrimp,
shrimp, yeah.
or the equivalent in diamonds, please?
Oh.
I'm
Di ba?
sure
Yung
that's
BTS
available.
butter na ano, ito chili garlic butter.
Actually, that's Wendel's dish eh. Magaling magluto si Wendell. Kaya hindi
Oh,
siya na... Wendell, please come up.
yes,
Nasa yung
yes.
recipe.
Shout
Yes,
out to
yes.
Wendell, by the way, who
Wow.
shout out to Wendell, who's a member of the band as well.
He's the drummer.
He's encountering some technical.
Ayun,
Oh,
may lechon.
thanks, Din.
Thanks
Woo.
din for the lechon.
Close,
Pwede
close
yung
enough.
sausawan ng ano, chili garlic butter.
And
Yes.
close enough. All right, so we already had we got you talking about kind of like of what you do and like the qualities of your sound, but let's hear more now a bit of your story. Kate, you already got started on it a bit. Maybe we can like expound on that now.
Sure.
So how did you end up in the music profession? You already mentioned that you came from like a different
Fashion.
background, which was
Yeah.
fashion, and I also know that you're also in business. You're studying business. So at which point did you like take that leap into music? Did you tell yourself that's like, you know what, I'm gonna do music, or do music as
Um,
well?
Well, I was always kind of like gigging on the side, even when I was in business school, and even when I was doing a bit. I was running a fashion business basically. It was always something I wanted to do in the weekend, and then one day I just kind of got tired of the fashion industry, and I thought, what do I really want to do? And then just by I don't know, by some stroke of luck, I qualified for the Elements National Songwriting Camp, and
Ooh, yeah.
it's spearheaded by the national artist of music, Ryan Kayabyab. And when I started to share my music at that camp, for some reason, people really responded well to it. And it's like, like your childhood idols, like people like Gary V and Louis Ocampo, and like all these musicians that I respected were like, "Oh my God, you're a very good musician," and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like the validation kind of
Wow,
made
that's
me
crazy.
stop and think. And I remember the first time, Augie Alcacid, right? So the first time he
Yeah.
heard me play, he was like his knee jerk reaction when he heard me play, he was like, "What are you doing designing clothes? You should be making music." And
But you're good at that too, you know.
well,
Diba?
well,
Sana all.
no, but I think it's because I was always a musician first. I learned how to play the piano like at 4, and then I just like at 9 years old, I played the concert, my first concert in the U.S. I was a classical music. I was a
Wow.
performer, and so I guess I just kind of went full circle, went back to music, and it just made sense. And I decided to close shop, and then move to the UK to just give it a try. I said I'll give myself 5 years, and then I will and then I was a touring musician based in Europe, and big adventure, big adventure, and I don't regret pursuing it because it's been a very rich and fulfilling life as an artist to just kind of just take the plunge, really. So very interesting journey I've been on. So I'm very glad
And
that
but even if you were in the UK, diba, you were also touring out of the UK, like you were going to
yes,
Singapore, Tokyo.
around the world really.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
my base was London, and my regular gigs were in Paris and Berlin. And then occasionally I would go to the States as well. Just really, you kind of live life one musical project, one gig at a time. And that was the beauty of it, like just living out of a suitcase and being like, okay,
Wow.
yeah. And yeah.
And this was with your already like your current identity with your original songs and the Sarah Bareilles kind of stuff, or was this
North
like
Feet.
Well,
okay.
North, yeah. Well, I also play cover songs, of course. I mean, but I have my personal spin on
Wow.
covers. It's very these guys know. Yeah. You kind of
Well,
just
well, everyone's gonna get to see on Saturday, so that's exciting.
yes. Yeah, I mean, I haven't gigged in a while, so yeah, because I'm pursuing another path, which Pawi knows. I'm studying to be a filmmaker right now. I mean, because of the pandemic, it's like okay,
Yeah.
sudden detour in life, but yeah, music has been always been my first love, and this is why I'm friends with people like Mike and Francis because we kind of speak the same language.
Nice.
Nice.
Even if we have different styles of music.
Oh, thanks for
Yeah,
the lechon.
there's just
Okay.
a
Thanks,
profound
Sadie.
That's it.
profound connection. And you can send lechon in the chat. What is going on here?
Yes, yes. You're missing out, yo. We're getting all
No,
sorts of lovely gifts.
do I
Thanks,
need to go and
Ninong eight
cook?
Uh,
eight eight for the pride. The pride.
and
Happy Pride. Happy Pride,
Yeah.
everybody.
more
Wow.
lechon. Dami ah.
Eh. Thanks,
More
Din and
halo-halo.
Steady Bear.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh wow.
well, let's go to Mike and Francis naman kasi we're talking about origin stories. So for Brass Pas 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 Pas, tama 'di ba? So how did
Wow.
your band come together? Like how did like 10 10 people like say okay, let's build a band.
Sometimes 11.
That's it.
Sige. Uh, most of us came from different bands, no? Si Mike Lewis is from the band Freestyle, and
Ooh, heard of that
uh,
one?
yeah, si
May
ibang
like
Yo,
member
show
si
some
TikTok
love.
Wendell.
yun.
Send, if you like that, send some diamonds, yo.
Si
Freestyle.
Wendell, our drummer, is from Pupil, no, with Ellie Bendia, and
Oh.
si yung guitar player is from Bamboo, no, si Kakoy.
Mhm.
Yung
Wow.
kid ng Abay. Ako from tabi-tabi. From the band Radioactive Sago Project.
Radioactive Sako.
Ayun pala,
Yes.
sakto-sakto. Gusto
This
ko ng
is
baboy. Ang daming lechon.
this is so
Yes,
crazy. You guys are an all-star band. Love all
We
of
are.
your bands
some
that
of
you're a
our
part of.
members are from the Radioactive Sago Project as well.
There
So
you go.
sinama ko sila nung medyo naging inactive yung Sago.
Yeah.
It's basically parang a project band lang na
Yeah.
nagkatotoo na,
It took
nagkaseryoso.
off. It took off.
And what around what year did that happen and who came up with the idea? Like give us some of the deets.
Ikaw naman, Mike. Oh.
Ayan, Mike.
I came in. Hindi,
Microphone.
Francis, you be the one. You be the one. Tell
Sige,
them.
sige.
Okay,
Super
okay,
group.
okay.
It's basically for Fête de la Musique din. We
Wow.
parang magkamap tayo ng malaking group for a collab, no, with Mr. Bing Austria. So yun, parang sa isang stage niyan, it's 2014 ata or 13, I can't remember, sa main stage. So parang may mga 16 na horn players. No? So yun, parang ano lang siya project lang siya, parang jam lang
Yeah,
talaga siya.
yeah.
So, yun, naging parang tuloy na natin to. Ang saya, gano'n.
Wow. So that's
Ano eh.
sorry, did you say 2016? Wow.
2014 ata, gano'n.
2014. 6 years. Yeah.
Minsan
6,
ganun
7
eh.
years.
Like, if you're all together and you're playing beautiful music, parang, uy, ano to we're in sync.
Yeah.
Let's do this more often.
Exactly. Plus, after 2 years, we released our first album na yun. Kaya,
Nice.
tuloy-tuloy, 2016.
Ayun.
Pwede raffle yung CD kung may nagsi-CD pa
Oh,
sila.
sige. Actually, marami pa si CD.
Oh,
Yung brother ko
wow.
actually,
Akay,
naglabas na ng CD. The
Talaga?
Buildings. I don't know if narinig niyo yung bandang yun. The Buildings. Yeah, so yung brother ko, he plays for that. Anyway, so we're talking about the gig economy, diba? So, I mean, we know this pandemic, it's become quite hard to like do things how we did before. Like, ang Route 196, they had to close down. So, regarding virtual performances, so like, how are you? Are you doing this regularly, or is this Fête de la Musique your first foray into the digital stage, the virtual stage?
Who wants to
Um,
start? Kate, you want to go first?
Okay.
Ako.
Well,
Sige. Yeah.
Oh,
to be honest, because of like I am a touring musician, so the pandemic really kind of put my regular work to a halt, and which is why I just kind of decided to I mean, I believe that album, Micah, the Everything But the Girl, Adapt or Die. I believe in the philosophy of adapt or die. You just have to adapt, no matter how challenging things are. You find ways to adapt to the situation. And so, while the first few months of the pandemic, yeah, I started taking classes and workshops, and then I founded an artists collective called Pandemic Pop Up. So we're a collective of artists around the world. We're musicians, painters, filmmakers. Yeah, basically, all kinds of artists that we banded together to support each other. And so we promote each other's projects. We help each other um, get clients, get work, and then through the pop up, we like I personally have been able to help, let's say, fellow musicians, let's say, find music students or teach workshops, or like there are some
Yeah.
musicians who ventured into like food business. I mean, started to create products, and so yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like the I think because of the nature of my being a musician, like I'm really a I can say that I'm an analog musician. So I really play the piano and then I sing. I'm not good at doing these live streams. I have done some live streams, a few, but I can't say that it's natural for me. So the way that I've coped with the pandemic situation is to just kind of pivot into other creative things and focus on my songwriting, such that by the time it's safe to come out, I'll record my next album, and then I'll do shows again. So I'm looking forward to that. But these guys have been more active, actually. They've been doing a
Yeah.
lot of shows. Yay, bravo.
Yeah.
Yay. So how about you on your end, Mike? Can
Yeah.
you comment a bit on that?
Yeah, I agree with Kate. I see a lot of my other musician friends doing, still trying to do what they used to do, but in other ways. Like, there's been lots of what do you call this, collabs online. Some of my friends have been streaming,
Mhm.
and we learned to do other things like sell food, like what Kate said, and one exciting thing is that we get to create more original material.
Mhm.
So I hear my friend coming out with this original material, and
Oh,
it's just great. It's just exciting. So
it's
it's
like you're in the
there's
lab.
also a lot of good that's been coming out. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's
get
like
to do
you're
things
what is
that
it like?
you didn't have time to do before. Like,
You
you,
see Taylor Swift. She was in like that cabin. Yeah, it's like that kind of
Yeah, well,
thing.
she's Taylor
It's
Swift.
folklore. Sa ano siya, long pond
yeah,
Yeah,
sessions, bro.
Uh,
Long
yeah,
yeah,
and you
yeah,
get
yeah,
the
yeah.
guys from the National to
yeah,
collaborate with you. It's like, okay, we
Diba?
all
Yeah,
wish we were Taylor Swift.
may
yeah. You get to
jacket drop
work
ka na, may
like
ano ka pa.
that's basically one way to romanticize the lockdown. Everybody,
Well,
it's
pero
like
di ba si ano, si Shakespeare naman, di ba? Yun ang sabi. Si Shakespeare daw wrote
uh,
Like
his best works under, ano ba, the plague. Grabe,
the
the
plague.
plague.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah. How about you, Francis? What's it been like on your end? This whole virtual form of expression.
Uh, honestly, mahirap for the brass pass mag-online because there's many of
Yeah.
us, diba? Kasi pag sabay-sabay na mahirap yung signal. So, parang mas nag-work siya sa mga solos or duos, gano'n. Pero we had a few projects no na
uh,
that we did aired on studios, no. Tapos binidyohan kami ron. Uh, yun, parang
Mm.
online pa rin siya pero walang audience na. Pero we
What
recorded in
platforms?
the studio.
What platforms have you been mainly using for that?
Mostly Kumu din, tas Facebook Live, yeah.
Nice.
Mm.
And I noticed ko rin, di ba? Kasi like your sound, I know it's OPM Manila soundish pero parang may mga ano siya, may parang mga jazzy, funky.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing parang improvisation and like really being into like the ano ba tawag doon? The spirit,
Yeah.
the flow together.
Yes.
So
That's
lalo
that's
na
that's
marami
medyo
kayo.
tricky, no? I feel like that's kind of
Yeah.
tricky, especially pag online, no?
Oo, ang hirap. Kailangan talaga magkakasama eh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Pero
Well,
kaya naman kung kailangan.
yeah. So we're actually getting through a lot of our questions here, but we'd love to hear from the Kate. You got a shout out. I have to like relay to Kate whenever
Yes, because
she
I'm
gets a
not in
shout.
Kumu. Sorry,
Apodge.
introvert.
Apodge says hi, Kate. So Apodge and anyone else who wants to ask this all-star lineup, some questions you've been dying to send their way, you can do so in the chat, and we
Yes.
can include them in
Ayun, no,
the
my questions. Actually, before we do questions, Francis, Mike, magpapa-raffle ba talaga tayo? Gusto mo
Ah,
ba magpa-mechanics tayo?
yes.
So,
Okay,
ano gusto niyo?
would
Anong
you
gusto
like to
mechanics?
announce what are the
ah,
mechanics?
Like
ano ba?
questions
Or
na lang, like
sorry,
people dropping
no, no, no.
questions.
Tristan,
Go.
first things first, what's the prize? What are we raffling out
Um,
tonight?
I'm like, I have no idea.
Francis, Mike, anong price?
CD, tsaka
Woo!
comics. Yung shirt, I
Sige.
have to ask Sierra, wait lang.
Sige. So, magkano muna
Kasi yung
tayo?
shirt
Like,
keeper.
ano muna tayo? May isang prize na CD, may isang prize na comics.
Yes.
Okay.
Sige.
Wow. Can I
Okay.
join?
Ako mag-aano ng trivia.
All right. Trivia
Sige.
siya. Sige,
Trivia,
sige.
sige.
Let's
Sige,
do it
mamaya.
in.
Sige,
Diba?
pa-trivia
Yeah,
tayo.
we'll do it in a couple of minutes. Yeah, actually, that's more
Sige.
fun. That's more
Ooh,
fun.
Mike, sorry
hi,
ah.
Ayel.
Alam mo na yung
Our
Mike.
friend Ayel's watching.
Yay! Shout out to
Sige lang.
Ayel. What's good?
Oh.
Oh, we have a question. You wanna bring this up, Pao? Because it's related. So, parang, what are the other challenges that you have right now for virtual concerts? I think we've mentioned naman yung
Mm.
challenge of like being together in a space. Pero do you have other things that you want to bring up?
Well, I remember like the few gigs that I did live streaming, the connectivity was always the big issue. It's like, oh my gosh, can you hear me? Can you hear me? And then disappearing and disconnecting and then trying to get back on. It's like, I find it so stressful, to be honest. That's why I don't do very many of these gigs because I find it stressful. I don't know. How about you guys?
Ganun din. Kaya nga minsan parang pre-recorded
Ganun din,
yung ibang
ganun
shows
din.
para maganda yung, hindi siya
The
maglalab.
sound,
Yeah.
the
Sound.
quality of it. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yep.
Francis,
Yeah.
nalaglag ko. Sabaw ka pa daw kasi kakapabakuna mo pa lang.
Yun yan, oo.
Oh, no.
There, the muse,
The muse spoke. The
Para,
muse is
the goddess. No, well, actually, on the note of sound, this is actually something that I personally been wanting to ask, especially given your eclectic backgrounds, or rather, your collectively diverse background, which is the idea, and you said it yourself, OPM, right? The idea that there's like Filipino sound, right? So and that's what's so great to have you, and that's why it's so great that we are having this episode at this momentous time of the year, which is Fête de la Musique. It's when you're definitely only just a fraction of the groups playing, and there's a lot of diversity in the Philippines. We just had a few episodes back, we had a world music group on Kumu called Kumu Enchanting. So that said, for yourselves, I guess, like, speaking of your own like philosophy, what would you say you the Filipino sound is, especially now? What defines Filipino music? Do you want to go, Mike? You want to go first?
Or meron bang like
Yeah,
characteristic defining?
Yeah.
Uh,
Go ahead, Mike.
I honestly
Mahirap.
would not know what that defining thing would be, pero kasi ang lawak eh. There's so many Filipino sounds and ways that Filipinos express themselves. As long as it comes from the heart, I guess that's it, Yeah. Ayun.
Oo nga,
Um,
parang Go, sorry. Go, Kate.
Oh no, no. I was also going to say I'm a little bit out of the loop. Sorry, so I was abroad for a while. So, but from the friends that that I'm in touch with, there's a lot of really interesting new things coming. I mean, I just feel like the Filipino musicians are especially prolific at this time, and they're experimenting, and then so yeah, I think Filipino sound is really evolving, in directions that I think that have not been explored since. I feel like it's going to be like a golden age of music, like post pandemic. It's going to be
Yeah.
that because there's a lot, like everybody's stuck indoors, and we're all kind of like aching to gig, to go out there, but we can't. So there's a lot of tension and pent up emotion and energy that I feel it's like it's going to be an explosion of new music, and I look forward to post pandemic OPM. That's going to be a revolution. I mean, in my opinion, I think
Wow.
it's going to be really amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I think
something's
parang in a
brewing.
way, oh,
Yeah. Right.
yeah, pero and I think in a way, like, I think we're getting to the point of maturation na rin na when you say OPM, it doesn't mean, parang hindi siya monolithic na ito lang siya.
Mhm.
But like, di ba, you say, it's like also, it's like with any art
Yeah.
industry na parang, the more branches, it's a sign of a healthier, ano ba tawag, the landscape, healthier ecosystem na, kasi like example, I don't know, pero like yung indie scene right now, di ba, parang, it became also something robust na matatawag mo na lang, hindi lang siya indie
Oh
na lang,
yeah.
like under indie, there's so many
Definitely.
things na rin. So, parang sa
Mhm.
low-key lang yun eh. Branching timelines, branching, etc.
How about you,
Yeah.
Francis? On your end, what would you say to that? And I guess that to add on, if not a unifying sound or a particular style in the literal sense, perhaps in the way that Filipino music is expressed, how it's exercised right now, what would you say is like the umbrella that makes our music, truly Filipino?
Uh, I guess, since nawala na yung clout ng major label, no, parang everyone's going indie, tama si Tristan, no? Because they can upload on Spotify. I mean, hindi not upload naman, no? Pero parang, dati kasi parang may standards dapat na ito dapat yung uso, ganon. Ito yung uso. Pero nung pandemic, parang nawala yun eh, di ba? So parang tama rin si Kate na kanya-kanya gumagawa ngayon, so hindi natin alam kung ano yung lalabas. So parang nakaka-excite nga after ng pandemic, parang magiging explosion.
Yes.
Pero naririnig ko ngayon, may mga hip-hop pa rin, and then,
Mm.
well, definitely hip-hop ang gagaling ng mga kids na naririnig ko. Kasi nagtuturo din ako sa school, so ang galing na mga ginagawa nila. Sila rin nagpo-produce ng mga music nila, no, by the way. So nakakatuwa. Parang tinatay ko na lang mag-mature yung mga music na to, mga music nila. Pero yun, more hip-hop, tas indie pa din, tas
Mm.
more parang ginagawa din ni Kate, no, na singer-songwriter na female. Maraming ganun. Yun. So, nakakatuwa. Parang hindi ko nakikita yung masyadong mabibigat na rock masyado. I don't know, baka hindi ako in touch.
Oo,
That's
ano?
true.
May
Oo.
space
Pero
for
I'm
us
sure.
tapoy, oh. May
And I'm
space
sure baka
for...
sa mga tumutuloy pa rin yan sila, I'm sure.
Hmm.
Hindi rin
Actually,
natin
what
alam.
I think what I'm gathering from the answers so far is like, or at least what's the status quo has been like this gravitation towards kind of like taking your music more into your own hands now, right? We mentioned indie, we mentioned Kate as an example, right? Like she can do it herself. She's got her own. She can do the piano. She can do the vocals. She wants to tour. She does it, and I guess that is what defines. Oh, one of defining things at this moment. Something that I've also observed typically about OPM throughout the years is that there's this closeness to it. Like it feels more approximate. I don't know if that makes sense. But and I don't know if that's because it's a major small scene. Maybe like the Philippines is just that small. But I feel like I could like just like go up to you guys like at a show, or just like have a drink with you. It's just very homey, I guess, for lack of a better word. Which is why it also makes sense that you guys are on Kumu now, because you can just talk straight at folks.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like, but it's kind of democratized many things, just being on the internet and being able to broadcast and be heard everywhere in the world. So yeah, big game changer, definitely. I can't say I know the land, like I can't say I'm navigating it very well because I find it overwhelming. It's like, oh wait, like I have a lot of things to do like offline, and then I mean, I'm amazed by how you guys do this. Like Paui, right? We just kind of put this episode together in a few days, and then like it was like I feel like it's so fast, it's like so rapid. Just the turnover of like okay, coming out with new material, new content, and then promoting it, and then at the same time also managing, like the feedback from the audience, and it's so interactive. So it's like it's huge and just kind of like
You're right.
daunting for me. But you guys seem to be very comfortable. Just with this whole like fast paced dynamic of being out here online. So I think it's
That's a
cool.
good point, not Tristan. She just threw the question right back at us. It's not something that's particularly indicative just of Pinoy music, but
Yeah,
that's just like how we do it
yeah.
here.
Actually, since parang the question was thrown back at us, parang
Sorry.
hindi,
Like,
no, it's not wrong, pero parang it makes you realize rin na parang tayo pa. It's like if before it was like as the stage was elevated. I'm gonna talk in
Yes,
metaphors, pero like the stage was elevated now, like
that's it.
it's been leveled, and then ano na like everything is now accessible. Like siguro in the past, for you to get on that stage, for you to get heard, it would take siguro, I don't know, you had to hustle para lang to get yourself on stage. But right now, if you have your art, whether that be music, whether that be film, um you can, parang bakit tayo nandito bigla? We're not exactly ano naman, parang we haven't been doing this for a long time, pero like it's so easy na to go on stage.
yeah.
Siguro the challenge ngayon is like more of saturation na lang. Like um how do you stand out from the crowd? Tama ba?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, because we live in an attention economy, and everyone's competing for everyone's attention. It's like about being clickable and kind of. I mean, if you can succeed at having somebody's attention on Instagram for like the first 3 seconds, it's already like, whoa, okay, you know what you're doing. So I think yeah, it makes it easier to kind of share, promote your work, but at the same time, how do you stand out? In a whole galaxy of other, like, so many other talented people. So, but I think that's a challenge. That's a challenge right now. Like, you just gotta create really good stuff, whatever it is that you're making, whether it's music or it's journalism or it's. I think that for as long as you create something good that resonates with people, then it ups your chances. I mean, it's not a guarantee that you'll get successful, but I think quality is everything. So I think that's something I kind of espouse in the kind of work that whatever it is that I do as an artist. Whether I'm writing or making music or writing a film, hopefully shooting a film one day soon. Quality talaga eh, and value, like something with meaning and something that I think it's that resonance that I think like we musicians have as a gift, diba? Parang we can make it as niche as we can, but if there's that community of people that really loves and gets what it is that we're communicating, then we're good. So don't have to be like the Taylor Swifts of the world, right? We can
Yeah.
be the brass pass babies,
Yeah. Just like right with us,
Yeah.
right?
playing
Right?
with us,
Pero
same
yun din
same level.
I like what you mentioned nga na parang if your art is out there and then like you find your niche, like some
Hmm.
like your you get to cultivate that community rin eh.
Exactly. I find it very surprising. It's like, I'll get messages on Instagram. It's like, how did this person find my stuff? I have no idea. And it's really great because the fans can directly reach out to the artists now. I think that's. I mean, it's a blessing and a curse. You also get really really strange, creepy people sometimes, but I think for the most part, it's beautiful that they can reach out to you wherever they are in the world and be like, I like your stuff, and like some person from South Africa messaging Brass Pas on Pas on
Brass
Instagram.
pass.
And I
Yeah.
mean, diba? It's so yeah. I think it's a very interesting time to be an artist. It's challenging, but all in all, I think it's like good stuff happening to me. I mean, it's more good stuff than bad for me. And honestly, I think it's good,
Yeah.
and we're all expanding. We're all growing as artists. So there,
Mike, you want to add anything? I see you nodding there.
go, Mike.
Wait, did Mike freeze?
No, no, he's
There.
here.
Oh,
Mike, you wanna add on to that? Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, yeah, I'm here.
there you
Hello?
are.
Yeah, okay.
Can we hear you?
No, no, I agree perfectly. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. he just he just looked
What?
really excited. Yeah, yeah.
Very enthusiastic guy.
How about how about you, Francis? I mean, what's your perspective on all of that, like the increased interactivity and how it's kind of changed the way that you engage with your listeners and your audience?
Yeah, definitely. There's so much opportunities no right now na you don't need to rely on like record labels no. Dati kasi ganun yung ano yung flow no. Ngayon, you just produce good music which is ganun yung naririnig ko ngayon no. Ang gaganda. Uh, Masasabi ko parang sophisticated yung mga music. Sophisticate. Nako,
Yeah,
sophisticate talaga.
that's
Ayun na.
new stage
I
name.
mean, nawawala yung parang hindi na masyadong jolog sa mga naririnig ko, parang gano'n. Nawawala na rin yung mga hugot, yung mga gano'n. So, I
Yun nga
mean, ang
eh.
ganda, nakakatuwa. I mean, wow, sabi, pag naririnig ko, wow, parang napapawaw na lang ako. Gano'n.
Yeah,
Kaya
people stay
excited ako sa after pandemic talaga. Yeah.
Yeah.
diba?
Ito hindi bola, pero like, I think, di ba you're talking about mga nag-evolve ang taste, pero you're partly also the people who made
Right?
it possible kasi di ba
Yes.
you having
Yeah.
different kinds of music out there and then like people hearing it, iba tong Radius Active Sago Project, iba
Radioactive
tong
Sago
Northeast,
Project.
iba tong Overdue, Long Overdue. Tama ba? That's the album that came out in
Yes.
2013. See, I
Yeah.
know, I remember these things.
You did your
Kasi young.
research this time. Very good.
Ganda ng mga songs ni Kate. Sobra.
Oh, thank you.
As a
Yeah, very niche.
publication.
I think it's niche, but oh, by the way, I have a message from a friend who says that the live stream has ended.
Huh?
Yeah,
Ah,
Really?
Wait. Hold
On
up.
my end, I can see
yeah.
it.
Okay, it's okay on
Okay.
mine.
Yep.
But sometimes
Hero.
I don't know if
I think
sometimes I don't know if I'm just
okay.
behind.
I'll,
Maybe they were on the first stream. Maybe they were on the first stream.
I'll be like, we're back. I'll just say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about challenges of the pandemic, and this is one of them.
Ayan, si
Yeah.
Cher says, no, not yet. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Okay, good. Thank
Um,
you. Just checking. Yeah.
So, I think now is a good time to seg into our surprise raffle. Everyone,
Woo!
brass, 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 brass. So,
Giveaway!
Francis, did you figure it out? What? Please tell our audience how they can win. How one of them can win a CD, and how one of them can win some comics.
Ito, trivia for the CD. Yes.
Sige,
Ayan.
game.
So just chat your answers, everyone.
Paunahan
First
na lang
come,
ba to?
first serve, no?
Sige, yeah. First come, first serve na lang.
Ayan.
Okay, si Mike Lewis is a big artist during the 90s. No? Yes, a hit single. So what's the title of Mike Lewis' hit single
Ooh.
during the 90s?
Oh,
Oh!
Kamay sa dibdib. Kamay sa dibdib. Ano to?
I think the fast Googlers can get this.
come
Parang,
on.
No
Let's get
cheating.
some
No
answers.
Googling.
What's the name of Mike Louis' first single, guys?
Hit single.
Let's see it. Hit single.
uy, parang may nakita ako ah.
Kailangan dapat kantahin.
Ay, naku, wala. Hindi natin
Sample
sila
daw.
Yun.
Parang dami
Anybody?
hits.
Anybody?
Guys, if you wanna win,
Win the CD,
please
yo.
write it down. Write down the answer.
Yung comics, Mike, ikaw naman magtanong.
Go, Mike.
No answers yet. Okay, you can Google.
Nag-google pa. Sige na nga, you can Google.
Ayan. The Google embargo has been lifted. Ayan.
Fastest Googler wins the prize.
Sis, repeat the question. Repeat the question for our audience. Mike Lewis's first hit single.
Kahit pala i-google ko, medyo mahirap ah. Medyo madaming hits ang ano ah.
Si Mike, first hit single.
Nako.
Did you give a hint as to what specific year?
90s.
The
No!
90s.
Mike,
Come on.
they just
Siguro
gave
yung
him
mga
like
ano,
Mike.
90s, yeah. 90s.
Francis, I
Yung
think
mga-
this is the wrong audience.
yung mga
Yung
Gen
mga
Z,
Kumu.
yung mga Gen Z na ano na,
Ah.
90s. What happened in the 90s?
She's like, we were born in the 90s. That's what they're gonna
You're praying
say.
for that CD.
Come on, we're giving away the CD and comics, yo.
Actually, pati ako, hindi ko, ano, I mean, I see a lot of songs which are very big hits. Like, I know all of these songs. Like, lahat to kinakanta namin sa video ko sa pansol. But, I don't know what's the first.
Damn.
Give a correct answer. Come on, guys.
Dumadami
you can do it.
nag-join, pero feeling ko marami nag-ano.
Okay. Francis, either change the question
wala?
and yeah,
Or
wala
clue.
talaga eh.
Wala pa
Either
din.
change the
Ito,
question
Google lang yan,
or we can randomize the raffle. Pero yeah.
Wala bang ano? Walang wild guess. Ito na yung CD para baka sabihin nyo. Joke.
Ooh!
Wow!
For the
I
greatest
like
hit.
Oh my gosh!
Ang ganda-ganda. Who did the
Oh
cover
my
art?
god!
Sino yung artist?
Sino ba ito? Si Je, asawa ni
Oh,
Gemma pa.
Mapa. I love her work.
Wow!
Great work. So cute. Galing. What is this weird robotic sound?
Wala pa
It
rin.
might be from Mike. Mike, I think we're getting some noise on your end. Oh no! We lost him.
And nahiya si Mike kasi he's the...
He's just killing the alien who's sitting next to him in the car.
Okay, hold up.
Stranger
Put
Things.
down the mute.
There you go. He's back. Alien murdered. Ayan.
Ano ba? Mike, ikaw na lang magtanong ng trivia.
Or okay, Mike. Can we actually see your audio right now? Is your audio okay?
Yeah.
Hello, Mike.
Wait, I'll just get...
Ayan. Okay.
Can you hear
Next
me?
trivia.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
try to
I
speak
can hear you.
Okay.
as loud as possible.
Okay. Trivia question. Actually, I'm gonna make this super easy. Just name one song of Brass Pass. Yeah.
Ooh! One song of
going
Pass,
up.
Pass, 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 Pass. Let's
Kristen's gonna
go.
win.
They
Kristen
already
won.
mentioned one earlier.
Yes.
And the question is just name one song.
One
Oh,
song,
dapat
guys.
One song, period.
One
song
song.
of Pass, 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 Pass. Let's go. Are you one of those bands that has one song that's the name of your band? Probably not. Just kidding.
Meron ba? Wala.
Wala pa, wala.
We got halo halo. I don't know if that's a song, but we got a halo halo.
Wala.
No, no, no.
No.
One song they mentioned, they gave a title earlier, people. One song from Brass Pass 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 Pass. You get to win this. Come on.
Go, guys. If I had a Kumu account, I would be.
You d-
I would.
you know what it is, guys? It's you have to wait till after Saturday when they check out your set.
They're gonna get hooked. Super fun.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, nung live jam noong 2018, we were a lot here, and then it was a fun night.
Yeah, damn, I
Yeah.
missed that one. Let's bring him back. Guys, post pandemic, we'll bring you back. Along with Kate. Yeah,
And
you're
yeah.
11th.
Let's do
You're
it.
Yeah.
sometimes 11th member now. You said that sometimes you have 11.
Or
Si Kate.
12.
Yeah, I would love that. My God, these guys are electric. They're amazing.
Yes,
Sobrang fun.
yes.
Like actually, recently, like who was it? I had a friend who was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have a really fun wedding, and I'm gonna have brass pass 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 play at my wedding." I can't remember who it was.
That's
But
probably why it's gonna be really fun. Yeah.
When is Pawi? Wedding ni
Si Joyce?
yeah.
Oh, when are you getting married, Bowie?
No, we haven't announced that. No, I'm just kidding. Don't. We're Rappler. We don't spread fake news. Everybody.
Boom.
Shout out to my girlfriend, by the way. That was also a Fête promo with Kat Agarado 2018. That's what Cheryl was saying. You know what, guys? What we can do is, if we still want to give away the raffle prize, it's up to you, Francis. But what we can do is we can pick from the hat from people who either sent questions or sent gifts throughout this.
Okay lang.
Yes.
No problem.
Okay,
You
now?
can announce it at the end of the show. Diba?
So yeah, we'll announce it at the end. So everyone, you have to be present to receive your prize. We're almost wrapped up with this show. So just hang on to the stream. We'll have our social media team working hard in the background. If you can enter the different names that gave a VG diamonds or sent a question, and then if you can randomly pick, and those will be our winners.
Pero,
Okay.
Pawi, kailan natin malalaman ano yung first hit ni Mike? Do we have to wait
Oh,
till the end
okay.
of the show? I wanna,
I'm
I
so
wanna learn
glad
about.
you volunteered to answer that question, Tristan.
I'm gonna text Mike's
Why
wife.
don't you tell our audience?
May Tristan rin Pawi pag na-answer nyo, bibigyan ko kayo CD.
I should.
Pressure.
Ang hirap nga i-Google. Ang dami.
Oo nga,
Hindi,
madami siya. Hindi ko alam what's the first. Pero I know, ito, teka, question, freestyle song ba to?
Hindi, as Mike Lewis.
No,
As
I
Mike
think
Lewis.
Solo nga.
as a teen,
As a
like
solo.
No.
Like,
This was
yeah.
before
Was it
freestyle.
teen pop star?
Wow.
Mike
Okay,
is
I
actually
think I found it. Sorry.
Ano, go.
I used
Ikaw,
Google.
Pawi.
Bahala
Go.
na. Bahala na, 1996.
Bahala
Is
na?
that, no,
Oh,
he had a
Yeah.
bigger hit
Malapit
than
na.
Bahala Na.
really? I'm seeing the photo, by the way. I'm
Pretty
loving
close,
the
pretty
photo.
close.
Hala,
Mike.
ano ka? I'm looking
Tristan,
for teen. Teka, naghanap ang teen pop star, Mike Lewis.
I think you're entering too many keywords.
Oo nga eh, yung SEO ko, yung SEO mind ko eh.
Yeah.
Actually, di ko na alam kasi, like, what is a
Yeah.
Mike Lewis song and what's a freestyle song?
Freestyle has all the other people. Okay.
Uh,
Mahal pa rin kita.
Okay.
1996. Same album.
Malapit na.
What?
Iba ka na ba? Iba ka na pala ngayon.
Pretty
Yes,
close.
Tristan, you got
pretty
it.
close, yeah.
I'm sure hindi siya Versace on the floor. Kasi meron dito Versace on the
There you
floor,
go.
Mike Lewis.
There you go.
Oh.
No, you got it. Iba ka na pala ngayon.
Iba ka na pala ngayon.
No.
Can you sample naman, Mike? Sample.
Sample.
Can
Sample.
you sing a little bit of that song? Because I haven't actually heard that song of yours. First line lang. Or
I can sing a little bit of it, but a cappella lang.
go.
Do you remember
Okay.
the lyrics?
Yeah.
Joke.
The chorus goes,
Of course.
Iba ka na pala ngayon. Ganyan ka na pala ngayon. Kinalimutan, hinayaan at binaliwala. Kinawawa, kinawawa, iba ka na pala ngayon. Ganyan ka na pala ngayon. Kinalimutan, hinayaan at pinaliwala. Kinawawa, wow, 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 wow.
Yun, oh. Drop
Wow,
diamonds
that's it,
naman, oh,
yo.
guys. Drop
I'm
your
End
so
of
glad.
diamonds.
stream.
I'm so glad I asked.
End
Woo!
of stream.
Drop
Never
your
Wow.
diamonds naman, oh. Show some love to Mike.
Wow. Yeah, send them diamonds,
Gusto
yo.
niyo 1 CD.
Thank
We shouldn't
You want a CD?
we should have just
Ganda.
Tristan, we should have just thrown away all our questions and had them just like take over and you know.
Pero Mike,
Yeah,
to be
Mike.
clear, hindi ikaw ang writer ng Versace on the floor. Kasi lumalabas dito, Mike Luis Versace.
Yeah.
Version na siguro.
Yeah, well,
No.
it's a different song, Tristan.
No,
You don't know his
no.
version.
I want to hear
All right.
that.
All right, everyone. So it's we are winding down the time right now. We only have just a couple questions left for you. Namely, first of all, after oh sorry, can we're still getting some noise. It might be from Mike's end. Mike, can you kindly mute, please?
Yung parang
Yeah.
the alien
Is it
sound.
is it still there?
Parang wala na. Nawala
Okay,
na.
okay, all right. So everyone, why don't you tell us, aside from Fête de la Musique coming right up, what's next for each of you in the music world? We'll start off with you again, Kate.
Okay, I'm not muted. Okay, great. What I'm doing these days is because yeah, I'm a film student. I'm studying film writing and film directing. On the music front, I've actually been working on scoring, musical scoring. So it's another pandemic pivot that I didn't expect. So I just finished scoring a short film, and so I have another couple of projects coming up, and so the film scoring, and just yeah, completing the pre-prod for my second album, because yeah, it's long overdue. The last one was 2013. I did release a single this year, but it's from my college band, so random, super random. My friend Ellen Adarna, so she's a celebrity.
Uy.
She
Sure,
yeah, yeah.
familiar.
So she's my childhood friend, and she just got engaged to Derek Ramsey, and for some reason,
Congrats.
Familiar too. Yeah.
Congrats.
yes. So she somehow, because she really likes, she was a big fan of my college band. She kind of just started posting the song, and playing it on the pianos.
What's the name? What's the name of your college band?
So it's called Hard Candy, and the single actually won me my first music awards. So we had a band called Hard Candy, and then yeah, we had a single, Free Fall, like 2 decades ago. I mean, my gosh. And then so it's been kind of, yeah, it's like been resurrected. So it's now out on Spotify.
Great. Wow.
Hard Candy Free Fall, if you want to look it up. And it's weird because it's like, it's a song I even forgot about somehow, and then now yeah, so it's distributed by MCA Music, and so yeah, the band, because of this single, we are, well, I guess I can, okay, Rappler hears it first, so we're planning our reunion. Because yeah, so yes, it's
Breaking
yeah,
news.
I did not intend to share that, but stuff
Send some
happens.
diamonds.
In Rappler, some stuff like this happens. Yeah, so yeah, yeah, Hard Candy stuff,
Exciting.
music scoring, and yeah, just working on the next album. So that's what's in store for me. And these
So
guys, I'm excited about. Very excited
what's the
about.
name of the next album? Longer Overdue or
Longest overdue.
Nice.
It's actually if well, the working title is Moods. That's the working title, Moods, because it says songs that I've written in transit, because as a touring musician, you're always on a train or on a bus or a plane. So I write songs in transit, and then it's all different moods. So that's the working title. It could change.
Yeah,
So
Mike sings in transit, as you can see.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I kind of just want to go on like a singing road trip
Yeah.
with this guy now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, pero let's make it clear, si Mike's not driving right now
Let's
kasi
go.
Yeah.
hindi
Yeah,
tayo
Safety
ano.
first.
I've got some trivia. I've got some trivia.
Okay, go go.
I I I found Mike his wife. I am Katie
Wow.
Cupid to Mike and his wife. I set them up and happily
Shout out.
married,
Nice.
babies, all like yeah. So that's why I have like so much love for
Send some
this
hearts.
guy.
It's clear, Kate. It's clear that you are a true Renaissance woman. I think we talked about 5 different talents you have
So
by now. That's amazing. We can have you for more
Matchmaker.
episodes, and we book you for 4 more episodes, different topic each time. Yeah. Mike,
yeah,
how
I'm
about
sorry.
you?
Yeah.
How about you next, Mike? What can people look forward to for you on the music front? Mike?
Yeah. I'm doing a lot of original material with Brass Pass 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 Pass, and I'm also finishing my own solo album, which will be coming out soon. And
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm also releasing material from my other band, Brand New Funk, and I'm also busy
Nice.
doing gigs online and live with freestyle. So kind of busy.
Grabe. Look at everyone. You're all so prolific. It's amazing. And it's I guess you mentioned it earlier, but when you're locked down and et cetera, there's just you have no choice. But it's not like it's not even from like a marketing or like business standpoint. It's like more of just like an internal urge to just like, let it out, right? Diba? Let it out. How about you, Francis? On your anything that Mike didn't touch on that people can look forward to?
Uh, of course, uh, we're doing a new album for Brass Pass 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 Pass. Medyo natigil lang because of the pandemic. Pero if you want to listen to the album, yun nga, may CD, just go to Brass Pass Pass Facebook page. And then we have Spotify, no? Kung may Spotify kayo, Brass Pass Pass. The Greatest Hits. Nandun din siya. Meron din YouTube. And then may mga music videos din kami. In fact, nung pandemic, nag-shoot kami ng music video for the Valentine's. It's called E-Girlfriend.
Wow.
It was shot in UP Diliman during the pandemic.
Uy.
So,
Wow.
nakakapanibago yung UP. Walang tao kami lang.
Represent.
Wow.
Yes. So, yan.
Nice.
You can
Nakakamiss.
look it up. YouTube and
Cool. So
Facebook.
you heard that, everyone. But before any of that, make sure to catch them this Saturday, not Saturday.
Oo nga.
Yes.
Of
Yes.
course.
Forgot about
On
that.
the Visaya stage, right? On
Yes.
Kumu.
Present.
But before we let you go, again, it's been a
Before you
pleasure.
let you go, meron yun ah.
Yeah.
Insomnian.
Si Mike,
Uh,
Mike na ano dun
sorry,
ah. Sa before I
I
let you
didn't.
go.
I didn't mean to accidentally announce my own single, but yes. Before we let you go from this interview, we're gonna wrap things up as we always do with our play of the week. So we talked a lot about work. Now it's time to talk about play. Any fun activities or recommendations for our listeners to unwind from the busyness of business? Let's start with Mike this time. What's your recommendation for our listeners? Other than music, of course. Mike? And then you can
I
also
think Mike
unmute.
froze.
Oh, yeah.
Ayun.
Ayan, maganda na siya ulit.
Yeah, I'll go now. Sige. I've been enjoying lately. I don't know, pero I've seen many people na rin enjoying doing this biking around.
Ooh.
It's good exercise. You get fresh air. Yeah, fun thing to do. Biking.
Nice. Um, Kate, what about you?
Um, Well, I have two answers. One
Yeah,
is
yeah,
like
please.
like a silly answer. So if you guys are on Instagram, look for this filter called unicorn poop. Uh, basically, it's this
Ano kaya
filter.
yun, joke?
It's so funny. So I mean, when you're killing time, right, and you're on
Love it.
Instagram, and then so you look for this filter, unicorn poop, and basically it turns into a game where you control the unicorn by blinking. And so the unicorn is kind of running, and you make sure you don't step on any poop. So every time you blink, you make the unicorn jump, and then and you gotta like be, really like kind of, you have to be like systematic
It's
about
it's
it.
like the Google load when you're offline, the
Yeah.
dinosaur parang ganun, where you have
I
to
don't
hop
know
over
about
stuff.
that.
Oh, okay, okay.
I just stumbled upon it, and I remember just like having my little brothers, like little kids, play it. They're just like obsessed. They're like, "Oh my god, unicorn poop!" It's super fun. It's just mindless fun. I
Nice.
mean, it's just unicorn poop filter. So that's my one answer. And then my other answer is, I know it sounds really cliche, but like what I do to unwind is that I meditate twice a day and I
Yeah.
exercise every day. That's what I do. I do transcendental meditation. Like I studied in New York, the David Lynch Foundation, and that's what's been
David, so many filmmakers love. Yeah,
right the
they love
DTM. So
transcendental. Yeah,
I meditate twice a day, no fail, 20 minutes every time, and I guess the pandemic has kind of helped to develop my discipline there because in my class we have like a Facebook group, and so every day
wow.
we meditate twice a day. I mean, but it's like they're in New York, but anyways, it's just given like structure to my practice, and I mean, for me, it's like I've never been so creative. I mean, until this pandemic hit. I mean, I've never really, because I was a touring musician, so I didn't really have time to sit down and write and focus on crafting new things. And I think that the meditation just kind of makes the subconscious part of your subconscious mind just really just so fit and prolific. And yeah, so I'm kind of, I mean, it
Nice.
sounds terrible, but the pandemic has been very good for me as an artist.
Yeah.
So there. So yeah,
Brilliant.
meditate. Find your own kind of meditation.
Brilliant.
And yeah, so there.
Yeah, and you found a community for it, which is a bonus as well.
Yes,
So so
that's how
nice.
you, yeah, that's how you keep going, where you find like-minded people who share, your dedication to whatever it is that you're into. So community, that
No.
community,
Yeah, yeah,
community,
yeah.
what
See,
you call it.
Tristan, right? Isn't she? Is she not a regular by now? Like she's got the hang.
Yeah, parang if kami naging regular, I think you deserve to be called a regular na rin.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ano yun eh, two
Slow
in a row
learners
eh.
here. We're slow learners here. Anyway, Francis, well, what's your play of the week for our listeners?
Uh, since our goal is not to go outside as much as possible or stay at home, uh, I'm actually a film scorer on the side.
Yay!
So,
Yes.
Collab.
so
I
I have some films in Netflix. It's called
yes.
Patay na si... Ah, shit. Sorry.
Oh my
Sorry.
god, you did
Yes.
Patay na si
Patay na
Jesus!
si Jesus.
Yes.
Oh my god,
Yes.
it's
And
a
then,
Yep.
I'm good friends
I
with
love
Vic.
film.
yep.
Hi Vic, if you ever,
And
yep,
then, ang pangarap kong
galing.
hold up. Yun. Ang pangarap.
Yes. I love
Oh,
the music there. That's fun.
woo.
Yun, si Vic,
Okay.
the director yun.
Yeah.
Tapos, sorry, medyo sexy. It's called Kaka.
Okay.
Ay,
Kaka Mama.
Yeah.
Si
What is that?
Sunshine G.
Kaka.
Marie. Yeah. From
Kaka.
Cebu. Yeah.
Okay.
So yun,
Okay.
stay at home lang, relax lang, manood ng mga...
Sino yun?
Medyo
Yeah,
Si
marami
well,
Lion
pa, pero
Perez.
ito na lang muna.
ganda ng mga ganda ng segue na. By the way, I am
Sorry.
also a
Yeah,
film
yeah,
star.
yeah. No, no,
Enjoy.
that's great.
Tapos,
It's just
Love it.
it's yet another avenue, right? For you
Ganda.
yeah,
to it's cool because your work and your play is your music. That's passion work. That's passion
Yep.
work right there.
tapos,
Ano tayo, Pawi?
meron,
Our work and play is this.
yes.
Meron
Go,
pa,
sorry.
meron pa,
Go,
Francis.
Francis.
Meron pa.
Tapos, uh, meron yung sound healing na tinatawag. It's V432
Oh,
online. Just go to the page, no? So,
Uh-huh.
pag
ano yung,
stress out kayo, sound healing siya. So,
Hmm.
ano yung,
What's the
what's
name?
the name of the
V432 online.
V432.
V4.
Okay.
V432 Wellness. Sorry.
V432
V
Wellness.
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
V432
V432.
wellness. Thank you.
Check it out.
Ano,
I love
ano
that.
ba ba sa ano,
Sounds
valve
Tapos,
ng kotse?
tapos yun.
V432 PCV valve. Yeah.
Parang,
What is that?
Part ng kotse ata. Apparently
I
may
have
part.
no idea. Really? Okay,
Yeah,
we're
pag
being
nalagay yung V432. Yeah.
ayun, tapos, umattend din ako ng mga, sorry, whiskey tasting online, ganun. So,
Nice.
Wow!
Wow.
hindi
Wait,
ako
wait.
kainuman
So
eh.
they
So,
deliver it to you?
they deliver it to you, yeah. So, last
Wow.
time, Chivas, tas Jameson, gano'n. So, may
Ayan.
community kayo na nagtitaste kayo, gano'n.
I always have my
Kaya din,
Jameson. Yeah. Yeah.
ayun, stay at home, drink.
Well, sorry, Francis, what's the whiskey tasting group that you have specific, or it's just you just do it yourself?
Si Pao interested,
Ini-invite
oh.
lang ako eh. Ini-invite ako. Minsan, yun yung last time, Chivas Regal. And then, sorry,
Uh,
okay lang sabi ng, ayun.
Okay lang.
that's fine. That's fine. That's so cool. You should do that with friends too. Tristan, how about yourself?
Me, dami kong ginagawa this week, pero it's mostly reading. Like, after Tressa came out, I reordered the Avenida editions of I already had the original books, but I reordered kasi refreshed art daw eh. So, I reordered the Tressa books. I'm also reading Chainsaw Man. Puro comics eh. Chainsaw Man, it's a manga. It's
Okay,
gonna,
okay.
it's basically a world filled with demons, quote unquote demons. Tapos like a guy merges with his demon dog. And yung dog, it's very
Oh,
Japanese. Alam mo yung parang crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's
nice.
basically a demon dog that's half chainsaw. So naging chainsaw man siya. And they're like basically out to hunt other demons. It's the most
Okay.
Japanese thing
Check
ever.
it out. Yeah, I think I've definitely heard of it. Yep.
Yeah, and then I've also been reading Uzumaki by Junji Ito. You know that kasi they
Mm,
released their teaser.
art.
It's
Yeah.
gonna have an anime, so I'm rereading that. So yun yung ginagawa ko sa gabi. Just lying down
Awesome.
and reading.
Awesome.
Your turn.
All right. So I guess similar note. It's books as well for me. I don't think I've plugged this in the podcast before, but specifically audiobooks. I subscribe to I
Audible.
subscribe to Audible.
Oh, that's
So yeah, I definitely make the most out of my subscription. I'm on track right now to reading 52 books this year, so that's like one a week.
wow.
The latest
Tindi.
one, yeah, the latest one I finished, but this one is a super quick one. I actually want to buy it so that I can just keep reading it. For all you writers out there, I know this is Kate's kind of jam, especially. I read Letters to a Young Poet by Rainer
Really?
Maria Rilke.
Yeah.
Super inspiring. It's my first read, and it's really like, well, especially in audiobook form now. It's really like he's talking to you.
Who's
So
reading?
it's like, huh?
Who was reading the?
I don't. It's not a particularly. It's not. I read the Penguin audio one
Mm,
specifically. It's not a voice actor that I immediately
Liza
recognize, but
Soberano.
okay.
it's good.
Voice by Liza Soberano rin ba?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe there's a version of that like Anvil. But anyway, I'm not. I'm gonna start. We're gonna stop dropping fake news on on Rappler. But
Not
but yeah. And I think to leave you all with this recommendation. I'm not gonna quote it, but paraphrasing from the book, the main thing that struck me was the idea that ask yourself, like, must you truly write? Can you live a day with another day in your life without writing? And if the answer is like yes, I must write, then structure your life according to that need, because that's a need, and I find that beautiful, and I think that represents what all of you three here are doing with music. You found ways, especially having done this over the years, you found ways to make it work, through any pandemic and over any platform. And I'm sure audience is like super inspired by all of that. So with that said, thanks so much, everyone. Thanks. Hope you had a fun
Thank
time.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
And
Thank
how can last plugs again? How can people follow each of you? Kate, let's start with you.
Yeah, I'm at Kate Torralba on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. So yeah, KATETORRALBA. So
Nice.
that's where you'll find me. And I'm on Spotify as Kate Torralba. And look for Hard Candy Free Fall. I mean,
Great.
it's basically me as like a child singing, but yeah,
And
it's
you
still, yeah, it's out
and
there.
you,
It's still
Francis?
Oh no, wala si Mike. Okay. Again,
Na goodbye na si Mike.
again, you can listen to our music, Brass Pass 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 on Spotify and on YouTube. We have videos and our album is uploaded. And yep, and for Fête, you can go to Fête PH sa Facebook and sa Kumu. Yeah. So it's
Nice.
starting tomorrow, Luzon stage. Tama ba? Yeah. And then Saturday is Visaya stage and Mindanao. Then on 21st is the main
Oh.
stage. Yeah.
Oh.
So
Okay.
just
Okay.
go to the Fête PH for more details.
Fat PH
Nice.
noted. We'll be following that.
And And for people who want to follow the podcast, Tristan and I tend to promote on our accounts. I'm primarily on Instagram, a little bit of Twitter, so you can follow at Pawi Fiction, PAWI Fiction. And you, Tristan?
Ako creative in name ko eh. It's Tristan at Tristan Zinampan across all
Not as
platforms.
creative as Kate Torralba, I might add. Nowhere near as creative
We're on the
as
Yeah.
same
that.
page.
MySpace. That's my.
Okay, well, thanks
Yeah.
again, Kate. Thanks,
No
Francis. And
problem.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you to Mike.
community. And thank you, everyone out there listening to this. If you haven't already, please stay tuned to Hustle Inside the Industry on all podcast platforms, including Spotify and Apple, where you can leave us a rating. You can also catch us on Kumu by following Rappler.com, Rappler DOTCOM spelled out. Most of all, don't forget to hit that follow button.
Woo.
Yay! Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
It
guys. Thanks
was
for having us.
nice.
Cool. Thank you. See you at the
Thank you.
pet no
Good
music.
pet.
Yeah,
Thank
Yes.
see you
you.
at the
Sana nga
stage.
bumalik ng dating Fête eh. I mean, I can't wait for like the old
Yeah.
Fête. Ano ba
Hopefully
tawag
next
doon? Like,
year.
yeah.
Let's see.
Pet live.
Pet
Yeah.
life. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so sad to be
Alright.
in Poblacion tapos wala.
Mm.
Mm.
Oh,
Nah, all
send
good,
us
all good.
pictures.
Bye.
Okay, we are still live. Oh, there. All right,
Thank
mute.
you guys. Good night.
Woo.
Mute.
Thank you. Thank you.